Hello everybody, welcome back to Cape Rugby TV, live on Wednesdays here on Cape Town TV. Before we get into the rugby, let's just quickly talk about the Olympics. I've got the Olympic sprint champion with me right now, and the Deputy CEO of Western Province Rugby, Mr. Herman Abrams. Hello Mr. H.
Hi JP, how are you today?
I'm very well. Jerome?
Very good JP.
Morgs?
How's it, James? All the better to see Mr. H. Do the
we've got to get a close up here of Mr. H. Mr. H, can you just show us your... How exactly did you... Was it back in the day for you when you were participating in the 100 meters?
You were taught to put your arms out, you know, you stride before and you glide over the tartan, or not the grass, we needed that.
Jerome, can you show us your action? And more.
No, I stick to swimming. I stick to the swimming, Jason.
Because I tell you, live with Jerome, you're like as if you blasted a walrus. There we go, folks. Anyway, Olympic action is over. Of course, Usain Bolt. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But a lot of action coming up on the show tonight. Mr. H, we've got a special guest on the show this evening. Tomorrow's Women's Day.
Yeah, it's a special day tomorrow. And we have Natasha Hofmeester, the captain of the Western Province side. He also represents South Africa. She'll be here later on.
Fantastic. We'll catch up with Natasha Hofmeester, the captain of Western Province Rugby's women's side, a little bit later during the show. Bring her on and find out what exactly is happening in the world of Western Province women's rugby. We've seen there's been quite a couple of queries on the internet, on the Facebook, and people asking, you know, why is there not enough publicity for women's rugby? And, well, we've done our little bit, but 100% correct. We need more publicity for women's rugby, and I think that's one of the things that Cape Rugby TV will start looking at as much as we can when we can. But it is going to be a jam-packed show this evening. Of course, we were out at Elsies during the course of the week. So a couple of revelations going to be made this week. Number one, we're going to find out if that skaap actually exists. That's going to be the first thing we want to try and find out. And number two, we will reveal who is the Super Brew season winner and wins a signed Stormers jersey. And then, of course, we'll also take a look and see who's top of the log of the I Love Western Province Club Rugby campaign. One of those campaigns that you can get involved in and win some great prizes for your club. Of course, it was Elsies against UWC over the weekend, and so many people were out there. There was so much happening that I don't fear to say, but tonight's show is very much going to be dominated by Elsies, Rafi. And well, they should, considering the hard work that they do. But let's quickly get into some of the results, and then we can start talking about that match between Elsies and UWC. Super League A, it was UCT up against Hamilton's 18-17 win for Hammies. Durban beating Marties 23-21. Belhart 37-27 over False Bay. Vix 29-13 over Tigerberg. Jerome, let me ask you, Hamilton's staying strong there, beating UCT.
Yeah, they were actually quite lucky because they managed to score in the last minute of the game to win the game. Yeah. UCT actually played very good rugby on Saturday, and Hammies, though they deserved to win, but I must say they were lucky at the end there.
Do you think that the student break has got anything to do with this, or can you say UCT can play better?
No, I must say they actually played better after the break than they've played before the break. So yeah. Maybe the rest was good for them.
Durban, of course, beating Marties 23-21. Morgs, I don't want to ask you as a Marties player, I ask you as a panel member, an independent, neutral party in this case. Durban beating Marties. Everybody expected Marties to come back and of course, be the force that they are and beat Durban.
Yeah, James, I mean, I think it's the first time that sort of a team's done double over Marties in a long time. Yeah. So, yeah, obviously a big, you know, sort of big result for Durban. And they've come back from sort of what you call a massive defeat to Tygerberg the week before. So they obviously, you know, a big, massive bounce back for them, and a result that I think they desperately needed, you know, after that loss. So well done to Durbanville.
Mr. H, you would have expected though Durbanville to beat Marties. Marties not the team that they used to be.
No, well, they're still strong. But I heard you didn't say the ref robbed you, or what?
No, I never know. At no stage did I say that.
Heavens above. That's not the kind of thing when any club would say that in Western Province.
Yeah, no.
I think Tygerberg will say that.
Well, I think it becomes like a standard clause in the Western Province, you know, in the club rugby thing is when you lose, just say the ref robbed you. I mean, we've heard that enough times. The amount of times that I saw posts about bad referees and this one was robbed and we should investigate the referees and so on and so on. But sure as heavens when the team wins there's never a complaint about the referee.
Yeah, but you know why I say Tygerberg they can actually complain because they scored a try from Vics were attacking and turnover and they went to score and the ref gave the try and the touch judge had his flag out but the guy was about to place the ball to kick for poles.
Is that how long it took for the...
Yeah, for the touch judge to come and that wasn't good.
And that's a Super League A referees?
Yeah.
No, well, we do expect a better standard from the referees than that. I mean, one of the things is for certain. Club rugby has never been as good as it has been in the past. We can agree on that. There's been more exposure for club rugby than there ever has been in the past. We're seeing better talent come through the ranks than there ever has been in the past. So if everything has to grow one step at a time and keep improving, then everything else must improve along with the rate of the way that everything else is evolving. And by that I mean the administrators, the medics, the coaches, and included in that pile of, call it officials, that also should be improving, Mr. H, is the referees.
Yeah, no, I'm sure, you know, that they try their best. Everybody makes mistakes. The team makes... Tiger probably made 10 mistakes in that game.
Yeah, I know. Bryce Lawrence also tried his best back in the day. Yeah. Didn't really help him.
He doesn't ref anymore.
He doesn't ref anymore though. But yeah, poor Bryce Lawrence. I mean, that's what happens. Anyway, let's take a look there at, of course, Vic's beating Tygerberg then, and let's look at the results in Super League B. Helderberg 36-22 over Kales River. Peniel Villagers losing to Hands on Hearts 32-24. And Brackenfell going down to NNK, 62 points to 38. Mr. H, it looks like NNK is starting to find their feature. I mean, after that big win last week against Peniel Villagers, 90 points to 13, I think it was. And now here we see another big win. But I mean, scores like that, 62-38.
I think Francois Bontes, you know, he's decided that they will go up. So he's putting everything into it. I think in the end they will probably have, it will be a very close call at the top, who's the two that's going up. So yeah, well done to them.
Jerome, but what do you say about a game like that when you see, I mean that's more than 100 points. No, it's exactly 100 points scored in a game. 38-62, what is going on there? Yeah,
no, I don't know, but I think just one thing is that defense was really shocking on Brackenfell's side was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, and to score so many points against you, it's not good. And the previous week, I mean, they had a good game, Brackenfell.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened to them if they sort of pick their games and know which games they're going to lose and then don't pitch, because there's a few teams that do that type of thing. So I think that's bad. That's bad for rugby that one team can score so many points against you.
Yeah, I mean, you would imagine then that both sides, actually, the defense was weak at some stage, if the points were so high on both sides.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, because Brackenfell scored
38 points.
They scored 5 tries against them. So
yeah, that's the. I mean, do you think that? I mean, we actually saw that in the Super 15, the Sharks again. You know, you can't come from behind if you're playing defensive rugby. If you're a defensive team, it's very difficult to win rugby unless you stay in the front. But if your strength is defense, if you fall behind, then after that, you better have a plan B to go to. Huh?
That's definitely, JP, is that it's just for coaches to find the balance. Because they focus too much on certain aspects of the game, focus too much on what the other team is going to do, and forget about what you need to do. Try to keep them away from your try line, and you forget to sort of get to your game plan, what you need to do to score points. So that's exactly the balance that the coaches need to find.
Morgs, you played Springbok rugby. You captained the emerging Springboks against the British and Irish Lions tour.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You played for the Stormers, you played for Western Province, you played for Free State. Do we at club rugby pay too much attention to what happens on TV and try and play TV rugby like professional coaches at club level?
Chase, I think that is a big problem. I think we do fall into the trap of this attitude of win at all cost. And it comes back again, like you say, and our big debate that we always have about 2 teams going up and 2 teams going down. So, it comes down to whether you're prepared to sort of high risk, high reward. I mean, if you're an all-out attacking side, you sort of, you're going to concede 3 tries, but you work so hard in attack that you're prepared to know that you're also going to score 4 tries, So, I mean, and then again, you look at the Stormers as a good example of that. Maybe the Stormers players maybe slightly too defensive, and you look at the Cheetahs, for example, who maybe score 5 or 6 tries a game, but also conceding 5 or 6. So,
would you agree with me that if you're a club, you probably only practice twice a week, whereas a professional team gets to practice 6 days a week. They watch videos. They can perfect a defensive structure. They can perfect an attacking structure, but it's very difficult in club rugby to get one of those aspects 100%.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's actually why for me the results are actually quite surprising about the amount of tries that teams are conceding, because by you have played 6, what do you call it now, 9 or 10 games against one another, you'd imagine that defense, when you can't practice it a lot, it's all about feel, and it's all about how the guy next to you feels and how you sort of perceive that he thinks, And to concede 5, 6 tries a game at the moment, it's it's an area for concern for the coach, and I think obviously in my mind I would imagine that they're obviously just practicing all out attack at this stage. So yeah, it's mainly just a cohesion thing and sort of feeling each other out on the field more than actual practicing.
Yeah, Stage.
I think the guys who know that the players play TV rugby, they should record their own games, and show them how they play, and then they will see all the Sonny Williams passes that go astray.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that, because, I mean, we've now been filming. I mean, folks, would you believe that we're now in our 25th episode this year already? Can you believe that, guys? 25 episodes?
Hello.
I believe it's your birthday tomorrow, Mr. H.
Yes.
Well, I'll wish you a little bit later. Not just yet. But, folks, there you have it. It's Mr. H's birthday tomorrow. I think he will be turning the grand 52, 53. Something like that. Anyway, we won't give away his age now. But coming back to the fact that if you look at how much rugby we've actually filmed, when we go back and look at the match afterwards, it generally looks like chaos.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to. It's not structured and organized as much as we see on TV, professional TV.
And that's why I say, coaches or clubs must invest in cameras so that they can. It will help them with. The Rome will tell you that it will help with the analysis and
Yeah. I mean, quite often you don't believe that you yourself sounded like that when you record yourself, much less look at yourself running on TV and you think, is that how I run?
And you see that you're all the time about 10 meters away from the ball,
And you always think that you're... Anyway, folks, we did go out. Let's quickly look at Premier League A. The result there, the big shock over the weekend was a 36-33 win for Elsies Rafir over UWC. Right, so here's the thing. Elsies Rafir, bottom of the log, was looking to fight back to make sure that they stay out of the relegation zone. UWC looking for that win desperately to make sure that they go up to Super League B. So there were 2 teams there that really had it all to play for without any doubt. It was going to be a tough match. Elsies clearly were prepared to put their body on the line. UWC coming to the game with a lot of experience and maybe taking a little bit for granted. But having said that, we'll take a look at the game itself between Elsies and UWC. And this, incidentally, folks, was one of the matches that the referee after the game said, in 17 years of refereeing, Mr. H, you were there, in 17 years of refereeing Western Province rugby games, he's never seen a game as good as the one that he had watched on that day. What do you make of that?
No, and he's a very experienced referee. And I think that, for us that stood there on the side, it was a very impressive game.
I mean, for me, it was the difference between it was a strange kind of game, because there was definitely a team there. If you looked at UWC, they certainly looked like they had more experience, more skill, and were prepared to do it. But the funny thing is that they played good rugby. I don't think that Oliver Janssen gave himself enough credit. But what came to the fore for me, and Jerome, maybe you can jump in here, is that when a player is prepared to put his body on the line, and in this case it almost looked like those Elsies rugby players were prepared to put their life on the line, then it doesn't matter how good you are, they will stop you. Because Jerome, I mean, what do you make of that? Because that was what Elsies came with, was they said, we will give up everything on the day to make sure we don't lose.
But that's exactly, JP, that was happening the previous week with Tygerberg. Going out there, put everything in, beating Durbanville, who's top of the lock, beating them. And it's the same, every team can, if they put everything in. Maybe they prepared well to beat UWC. But the thing is, now come the next week, then the guys don't pitch for the training, because now they're the superstars. And that's normally where they lose focus, and the coach struggle. And then they can lose against a team that's much lower than UWC.
So the lesson,
but it's just, it's a mindset, JP.
The lesson out of that then is the coaches need to work hard to make sure that the players come to every practice and build consistency.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing, and also the amount of focus that they put in when they play against a good team.
But we also hear the story about players who don't want to play for teams who don't win. But if you don't pitch up for practice, then your team is going to lose.
Exactly. So how you, and then it all comes down to the coach.
So it's a chicken and egg scenario.
Yeah, it comes down to the coach. The coach is not good or whatever, whoever or whatever. But I mean, the coach is on the day. The coach is not on the field.
The coach can only do what the players.
He can just do. If you're there at the practice, he can do that. Right, maybe so tonight there's 10 guys at the practice, and last week there were 50.
Yeah, but those 10 guys can play in the first team, the second team, and the third team. All right, so folks, there you have it. If you're a player out there, if you want your team to go up the ranks and play and win, then you need to come to every practice. And if you're a coach, you need to make an effort to motivate your club's players to come to every game. Otherwise, it's just like a never-ending circle or a chicken-egg thing and a downward spiral. Call it whatever you like. But having said that, let's leave Elsies in the game alone for a couple of seconds. On the sidelines, one of the things that made the match between Elsies and UWC so special were the fans. Unbelievable what we saw on the day. This is essentially today, in tonight's show, we will capture for you exactly what it is that the best of club rugby is about. Take a look at what the fans were up to. And look at what the kids are doing. Where's Beyonce? This is Beyonce. Hello.
Hello.
And are you going to be a singer?
Yes.
What's your favorite song?
Any song.
Any song. What's your name?
Zoe.
Zoe. And who's your favorite rugby team?
Elsies River.
Elsies River is her favorite rugby team. And where's a Liverpool fan? You, eh? Who's your dad?
Uncle Percy.
Uncle Percival Kaiser. And he's the manager, eh? Who's your favorite rugby team?
Manchester United.
Now, Manchester United is his favorite rugby team. And look at all these posters. Mr. H is even on here. Hang on, I've got one here. This is my favorite one. JP Lekadung. All right. The I Love Western Province Club Rugby campaign, of course, going strong. Elsies is right on the top of the log at the moment. You guys are leading that, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you on the TV, Clement?
That's what rugby's all about, folks. Look at the fans that came out there, Mr. H. I mean, when we arrived, from the time that we arrived, there were just posters on the fences. I thought I was up for election. I don't know what was going on there, all right? But it was just posters galore. We love Mr. H. We love Cape Rugby. Where's Morgan? JP, all sorts of things. But, I mean...
you know, once again, we've said it before, we'll say it again. If you do things like Alice is doing there at that club, and with the assistance of the committee, it makes the day of rugby so nice.
Yeah.
You walk in there, you feel at home, you watch a great match, and you know, the atmosphere is just different. And
you know the thing, I didn't bring it with me now, and I'm really sorry that I didn't bring it with, but Alice, and I mean, we can speak of Alice as if, you know, because by now everybody knows who we're talking about. Alice Michaels from Elsies Refuse, setting a perfect leading example of what it means to be. But she made the match day program. Of course, Elsies had the English club out there, the juniors in the morning playing there, and made a very nice little booklet, not only for the fans, but also for them to take back with them. And included in that was a little bookmark, a laminated bookmark with the highlights of Cape Town. Table Mountain, the Kirstenbosch Gardens, you know, the Robben Island, some fantastic items that the team then from England could take back with them. So, I mean, there was publicity there then for Cape Town, and amazing stuff.
Yeah, you know, if we should go to at all the club games, you find that kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
It will be fantastic. You know, they don't have to wait for the TV crew to come there. They can do it every week, because that way it will grow.
You've been closer to ground level and club rugby than anybody else in Western Province rugby. You really know the people intimately. You know exactly what it is, who does what. Have you ever seen anyone make so much effort?
No.
Never?
Definitely not.
In all your years of Western Province rugby?
No.
And I mean, would you say this, I mean, you would agree with me, this is the kind of thing all the clubs should be doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can just see, you know, the response of the children, the response of the people around the field.
Yeah. It was absolutely amazing. The children, I mean, the children are just great to have kids out there. We were treated like really like good friends over there. Let's take a look at the highlights now of the game. Let's turn to the rugby side of things. It was a win for Elsies. They put their body on the line. It was a tough game. Highlights of the match between Elsies and UWC. Let's check it out.
Dames, maak me die fiets weer.
Awesome game. Elsies against UWC. Elsies putting their body on the line, coming away with a win. We also managed to catch up with the losing coach and captain of UWC, Oliver Janssen and Charlton van Jaarsveld. Let's see what they had to say. Oliver Janssen, coach of UWC. Oli, a tight game. I suppose you wanted more out of it.
JP, I just think that in terms of our attitude when we came here, Elsies River was a much better team. They were much more committed. They wanted to win the game, and that was our problem. We didn't pitch.
Listen, well, you guys are still top of the pile, and it'll take a miracle to knock you off the pedestal. So you just got to keep your heads up and play a spirit up, and we'll see you in Super League B next year.
Hopefully, we'll work towards that, and I think it's going to be tough work from now on in because all the teams is looking for us now. But again, I want to say thank you to Elsies River. They hosted us well and they gave us a good goal. That's
well, that's how it works. Any team on the day.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Ollie. With me now is the captain of UWC, Charlton van Jaarsveld. We saw him in the Varsity Cup, leading the team to some fantastic victories. Charlton, not what you wanted today.
No, actually, we knew Elsies was going to come first, and this is really a game they wanted to win and show their character, and they did it today. Yeah.
But you've had a great season so far. I mean, your guys looking physically, they look in fantastic condition. You're top of the pile in Premier League A. Super League B is waiting for you now. You just need to see it through the rest of the season.
Yeah, but we will take it step by step. This is our long-term goal, but we have to focus game by game. So we only focus on the next game.
Ja, maar luister, alles van die beste en is daai tipe leierskap wat ons soek in 'n kaptein. So ek weet julle is bietjie down vandag, maar alles van die beste.
Baie dankie JP.
Well, there we go, folks. Losing captain and coach of UWC didn't go quite the way they wanted it to go, but we also managed to catch up with the winning coach and captain of Elsies, and Bradley Green, this time in the captain's seat. Paul, great win for you guys today, huh?
Yeah, we needed that win. We really needed the win. And I think UWC was a little bit arrogant, not to take the points at times, but we needed the win more than them at this point in time in the season.
Do you think that sometimes makes the difference between those at the top of the pile who want to go up and those at the bottom who potentially could go down? As the danger factor throws in that extra motivation?
Of course, yes. Elsie's character today showed again that we belong in this league. And as I've said earlier, UWC didn't want to take the win. They didn't want to go for the points, and they kept us in the game, and so we enjoyed the win. Of course, we're going to enjoy the win.
The winning captain today in the match between Elsies and UWC, Bradley Green. Bradley played a fantastic game today. Bradley, you guys must be thrilled.
Yes, we obviously are. We needed this win it was very important to us. As everybody knows, we're second on the lock, so this is just a stepping stone towards bigger thing and obviously for the future. I think today our guys showed very commitment. I think, for instance, on our defense, and I think we stick to our ball game, because they said without the ball now you can't play, and we kept our possession. And then the main thing is, I think our forwards stepped up today. Obviously, as everybody knows, UWC has got a very big pack, and I think our forwards came to the party today, and we played with commitment and obviously determination, and we were a bit more disciplined today than in previous games.
Well, fantastic stuff and well done. You guys had a great victory, and it just goes to show any club on the day.
Okay, thank you.
On Facebook. Amazing pictures on Facebook, folks. We're just seeing some of them now. Ansel and April went to town on the picture. Morks, you checked out the Cape Rugby TV Facebook page today, huh?
Yeah, Jeff, there's quite a bit of action there. I think a lot of Elsies fans and supporters, and Ansel and April obviously posting all the pictures from the weekend. So unfortunately I couldn't be there, but I think I got pretty close to the action if I look at what all the action that was taking place on Facebook.
There are some great pictures here. David Moses posted a picture up here saying that Brian Banner will join Scottsdene on Saturday against UWC. Carla Norkia, a couple of hours ago, posted a pretty nice picture of the NNK side, the under-20 side, and Sean Long, or at least not Sean Long, but Carla also posting a nice picture on the Facebook fan page. Folks, do us a favor, please go out there and join us on the Facebook fan page so we can keep you up to date about what's happening. We're not worried about the numbers. It's more about us encouraging you and being able to make contact with you. And also Percy Pinar putting up a nice picture there of Whistling Wheels against who's Whistling Wheels playing over the week? Okay, no comment there. We'll get to that a little bit later. Actually looks like a purple color of Perseverance maybe. But we'll get to that a little bit later. We also managed to catch up with a Tata man of the match, 1,000 Rand. Again, first time in the history of club rugby that we've managed to bring in a prize for the best player. And this time it was Bevan Losper from Elsies River, the number 10, who did such a great job. Let's catch up with them. Right, folks, our Tata man of the match today in this fantastic game between Elsies River and UWC, Bevan Losper, 18 points on the board, playing fly-off. Bevan, you win for yourself 1,000 Rand. Great game, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What was it that made the difference for you guys today?
I think we just stuck it out there, and we all knew we needed to win. We had to play with our hearts, and I think that's what pulled it through for us.
Now, we've got 1,000 Rand from you from courtesy of Tata Oostenburg and Paul. I'm going to ask your manager here at LC, Percy Kaiser, to come and hand this over for you. It's 1,000 Rand courtesy of Tata. He's going to shake hands and congratulate you. So well done. Percy, you guys must be absolutely thrilled, eh?
Oh, we're thrilled, man. Yes, like I told you, we're going to be the giant killers here at Elsies Park, and that we did that.
I mean, we spoke about this on Wednesday night, just before the show, and this is exactly what you said. You know, if the guys can pull it through because of their determination, and UWC maybe let it slip a little bit today.
Yeah, they did, yes. But unfortunately, we were the best at the day, and we beat them. And we gladly need these points because we don't want to go down in the section. We want to stay in the section, and that's what I can say to all my guys. I'm very glad and I'm proud of you. And I always say Elsies River for life.
Elsies for life. Well, with players like this in your team and fans like that, you can't go wrong. There you go, folks. Elsies Rivers man of the match, Bevan Losper, and the team manager, Percy Kaiser. 1,000 Rand, courtesy of Tata Oostenburg. We'll be back with you guys in a mo. Right, folks, as usual, we always have a fan of the match, and our fan of the match is Beyonce. Did you like the game, Beyonce?
Yes.
And who was your favorite player today?
Bradley.
Bradley Green.
Yes.
We, of course, spoke to Bradley Green. Have you always been an Elsies River fan?
Yes.
And are you always going to be an Elsies River fan?
Yes.
Are you going to sing for Elsies one day?
Yes.
Oh, there we go, folks. Starting them young here in Elsies, an Elsies fan. Thank you very much. Okay. Say bye.
Bye.
Kids at the game, Mr. H.
Yeah, no, they enjoyed it. It's a pity they didn't have a jumping castle.
You and your jumping castle. I'm beginning to think you've got shares in a jumping castle somewhere. Morgs, did you ever jump in a jumping castle back in your day?
Yeah, Chase, I think many years ago, a little bit longer, a little bit sooner back than Mr. H, but it looks like he's clearly done it more recently than I have.
I know Jerome still does it, but he does it at home. And now he's told me, of course, that he can't jump in the jumping castle anymore when he wears his spikes in case it starts to leak. And his head is bouncing against the ceiling now. It's not your jumping castle, that's double bed. You've got to stay off the...
It's a family show, James.
Yeah, it's a family show. It is a family show, yes. Gentlemen, just were all of you jumping for joy when the Chiefs won over the weekend? Okay, we'll take that as a no. It's a no. I don't want to answer that question. Let's look at the results in Premier League B then. Premier League B was also pretty hot over the weekend. Yesterday, going down to Macassar 22-15. Milnerton drawing with Franschhoek. Lagunya beating Van der Stel. In Division 1, it was Northern's winner over Young Wesley's. Rocklands beating Busy Bees. And that's where we're going over the weekend, folks. Busy Bees. Silver Leaf 27-22 over Wraithby Universal. Kyle Moore, it was a 29-0 win for them over Blue Jets, and Gardens Tech going down to All Saints. In Division 3, Basi Pumulele, nice big win for them, and that's what they were looking for, almost in a derby match style. Basi Pumulele 31-3 over Young Brothers. Young Ideas drawing with Crittersville Retreat, losing to Whistling Wheels. That's the match we were looking for. The colours, actual fact, folks, it was a purple colour, and it was a purple colour of Retreat, and we'll show you that jersey in a second whenever we come back to you. Bishop Lavers at 20-0 over Delft. Kailich 13-12 loss for them against the Richmond Rangers, and Imikawi beating Titans. While in the Paarl regions, it was a win for loss for Violets, at least against Lower Paarl. Riverstone, big win for them against Peril United, and Simondium losing to Allendale, while Windmill United beat Albions. Right, folks, there we go. So we saw that picture sent in by Whistling Wheels, and there was just a hint of purple in the photograph, and it immediately reminded me, I said, I know this club, I know this jersey, which one was it? And I looked up on the back of the wall, and there it is, it was Retreat. So if we can get that shot, there we go, Retreat Rugby Football Club, the purple jersey, so recognizable, and so great to have those jerseys on the show. Right, so if you are out there, of course now it is time for us to bring you one of our sponsors. It's the Evox Advanced Nutrition official supplier to the Western Province rugby team, all right, that are looking after the show, and of course a big supplier to Western Province rugby. Morgan is, of course, struggling to maintain himself here. And if you want to win for yourself, a Mega Grow, right, there you go, Mega Grow meal replacement. rapid recovery. This is the kind of stuff that Morgan has now decided to stop using because apparently the guns are too big. Morgan,
yeah, that's true. That's a true story, actually.
Do you have a license for those guns?
Oh, no, if only you knew what I was laughing at.
Yeah, I can't see what you're laughing at. I'm waiting for the camera to get to you. And there we go. And, of course, a 200-gram creatine in the mix for you also. So this is your meal replacement, your rapid recovery, your creatine. And once again, we'll throw in for you 24 water bottles that you can use at field side. And that, of course, nicely has the Western Province and Stormers emblems on it. So if you want to win this, just tell us who is the official supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. The number that you need to SMS is to 33280. So all you need to do is SMS the word EVOX to 33280. We'll put you in the mix to win this. And we know that right now, people are going crazy for supplements because they want to make sure that their weight stays up during the season. And as Jerome was saying earlier on, you need to make sure that you keep coming to those practices so that you know, you don't start losing when you're call it your tail between the legs type of scenarios. You can't now back off at the end of the season. This is where you need it most. You need to make sure all your players are at practice, and you need to keep your supplement intake as high as possible. We're going to go to an ad break, and when we come back, we're going to, well, hang on, let's first take a look at last week's winner. Last week's winner was Cyril Skoltz. Congratulations, Cyril. You win for yourself that Evox hamper. And there you go, folks, as you see on the screen, 33280, and you can put yourself in the mix to win yourself this Evox hamper. We're going to take an ad break, and when we come back, we're going to chat to Natasha Hofmeester. She is the captain of the Western Province Rugby Women's team. And we're looking forward to see what it is that she has to say about rugby in Western Province and what the Western Province women's team is up to. Also a member of the Western Province, at least the South African national team. Back with you guys in a sec. Hello, everybody. Welcome back, welcome back. Yes, I think I now need to stand. In case you see me standing during the show, it's because we have a woman in our presence. Tomorrow is National Women's Day, and we're thrilled to have Natasha Hofmeester on the show with us. Hello, Natasha.
Hello, JP, and thank you for having me here.
Long overdue.
Yes, it has been.
You guys been playing a lot of rugby?
Yeah, club rugby has been going on for a while, and Province just started like a month ago.
The team got together, you guys, how many ladies in the squad?
At the moment, there's 30 ladies training squad, and then just a week before, they just shut out the ones that's not supposed to be there.
So you've got a little bit of a filter period at the moment?
Yeah, yeah.
And which club do you play for when you're not playing?
At the moment, I'm with Marty's. I'm playing at Marty's there by them. We're playing tomorrow.
Tell us a little bit about your rugby history.
Well, I started in Boland when I was 16, and then I played for Boland for a while, moved over to Marty's, and now I've been playing for Western Province. I've been with the SA since 2005 till up and now.
And the girls around you, have they been there a long time? Are there new girls coming through?
New girls are coming through. Under 20 sides are coming together tomorrow. So there's a lot of new girls coming through, and I know that Western Province are one of the teams that are really supporting the under 20s that's coming through now. So yeah.
And if you give the youngsters out there, the young ladies out there, would you recommend rugby for them as a sport? I mean, tomorrow is National Women's Day. We have to now give the right advice.
Yes.
Look at Jerome. He thinks, Jerome's putting his hand up saying, if you need advice, I've got it for you. All right. And Mr. H is saying, if you need advice, don't ask me. It never worked in the past. It's not going to work in the future.
I think there is, if ladies want to play, if the girls want to play, definitely they can play. Big money is going in. They are busy planning for Olympics for 2016. So women's rugby are really starting to go forward.
Mr. H, but I mean, over the last couple of weeks, you've also told us about some remarkable records and history, or at least results that the ladies have had.
Yeah, under the captaincy of Natasha, they're doing exceptionally well. They've beaten the Blue Bulls, who was the champions last year.
Yeah.
Last week they beat.
Can I just stop you quickly? Did they wear pink?
No.
They didn't wear pink?
No.
Only the men wear pink.
Only the men wear pink?
Only the men wear
That's like the rugby's not what it used to be.
And, you know, the darlings of women's rugby has always been Eastern Province. They beat Eastern Province.
I'm just wondering, when the Blue Bulls fly off, kicked in the ladies' team, Did they play the song Liefling?
No, they played here by us, so
They
we didn't
did?
play the song.
Oh, it's terrible, terrible.
And then tomorrow, there will be 500 females taking part in rugby at City Park.
City Park?
In the Women's Day program, there will be 8 senior teams, the club teams that Natasha played. There will be 8 high schools and about 10 high schools and about 13 primary schools. They will all play there for the day.
So a lot of, 500.
500.
500 ladies taking part. Will you be there tomorrow, Natasha?
Yes, I will be there running out for Martis.
Running out for Marty. So there's a lot of clubs playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where's everyone coming from?
They play every week. But
Is
we
women's
just brought
club
them
rugby
together.
growing?
Yes, it's growing. The fact that our under-16 team went to the national week and beat everybody there, it shows that we are on the right track.
Okay, so we are definitely on the right track. Natasha, thank you very much for joining us. And of course, we're looking forward to finding out more about Western Province Rugby. And we might just ask you your opinion on some of the logs here. Let's quickly take a look at the Super League A logs now. We basically split it now into the green zone and the red zone. So you can see who's in the danger zone, who's in the safe zone. Super League A, Durban, Stellenbosch, Marty and Hamilton's are top of the 3. They're in the green zone. Tygerberg, Falspan, Villages and Super League A at least are in the red zone. Could be going down. This is where the fight comes in now, folks. Who's going to go up? Who's going to go down? In Super League B, it's Helderberg, NNK and Belleville. LTS Collegians and Goodwood are in the red space. In Premier League A, UWC, Kraaifontein and Hamlets seem to be looking safe. They will still fight it out for that top spot. And in the bottom, it's Elsies, Elanga. And there you have it, folks. Those questions that you did ask over the weekend. Young peoples, yes, they are suspended. In Premier League B, we can ask Mr. H about that in a while. In Premier League B, Macassar, Solarians, Eersterrivier, it's the top 3 there fighting it out for the top 2 spots. And Milnerton, Van der Stel and Stellenbosch Coronations in the bottom 3. Division 1 is Northerns, Manenberg and Rocklands in the green zone. Division 2, we see Atlantis, All Saints and Blue Jets fighting to go up into Division 1. They are in the green zone, while Gardens, Tech, Watsonia and Temperance are in the red zone. In Division 3, it's Masi Pumalela, Young Ideas and Caledonian Roses fighting it out for the top spot to move into Division 2. Peninsula Young Brothers and Perseverance are at the bottom. At the moment in that league, it looks like Young Brothers and Perseverance, unless they pull some serious rabbits out of the hat. In Division 4, it's Imikawi, Kailicha and Bishop Lavis. They're going to be fighting it out between Kailicha and Bishop Lavis to catch up with Imikawi, while Titans, Progress and Delft are in trouble at the bottom of Division 4. But they can't be relegated any further because the next division down is the Paarl region, and in the Paarl region there's no green zone or red zone, even though we've just ranked them for you because they can't go up or go down. They will stay in Paarl. Right, it's time now for us to take a look at Union on the spot, and we this time around managed to catch up at Elsies with one of the executives of Western Province Rugby, and I thought we would throw this in as our Union on the spot feature. Great to see members of the Western Province Exco down at the fields, enjoying the spirit of rugby, getting involved with the crowds, and this time at Elsies, lo and behold, there was Nadier Isaacs, and I couldn't resist but get him on the microphone and just have a lekker chat with him. Let's hear what he has to say on Union on the spot. Behind the scenes stuff here, big game obviously today. With me is Nadier Isaacs. He's I'm the executive of Western Province. Nadier, can you imagine that this would have happened in the past, all this excitement?
JP, it's truly great to have so many people here, but you can see there's a structure at this club and people is working hard. These things don't happen on its own. It's people that's working that gets these things to happen. And if you look at the other side here, they've got the first aid, they've got the spit braai here, they've got such a lot of things going here.
Lekker potjie kos.
So these things is because of the hard work of the executive of Elsies Rugby Club.
Yeah.
And if more clubs can follow their route, definitely there will be more successes at club rugby.
It's amazing. I mean, lekker gees. I mean, this is what rugby is about. Eh?
It's a pity, it's a farce, you know. I see the big potjie kos and stuff going on there, but I'll wait a bit till the sun sets and then we can enjoy it with him.
But lekker, I mean, Western Province Rugby is obviously, with this kind of thing, it just goes to show club rugby's on the up, eh?
Definitely, without doubt, there's a definite improvement in club rugby, and especially your program that you have. And you know, it brings a lot of more spectators towards club rugby. So you keep on doing this and more people will come.
And marriage offers.
That's a lot of things that goes with it, yeah.
And it's nice to see the executive out here, you know, we don't get to see you guys often. obviously so much hard work behind the scenes, and put names to faces. It's actually great. Great to see you guys.
Some of us, like Dave Kagan today, is busy with the under 21 and under 19s in Joburg. So we've got our different jobs that we do all the time, and maybe we miss each other all the time. But we do come to club games and we try to support them as well. So things are improving at club level, definitely, without doubt.
Well, it's going to be a tough game. I'm going to let the guys go. We're going to go kick off, and UWC against Elsies. I'm going to let Andrew run. Nice to see Nadier on the side of the field there, Mr. Isaacs.
He does a lot of work going around. He's the chairman of the Relations Subcommittee.
Okay.
So him and his group go out, and check out games, and they have a checklist. They send it into the office.
He was sort of undercover. He tried to hide from me for a while, and then I said, "Hey, come here, meneer."
And they would report if there's anything untoward on the field. But they will also say that this club is doing well, And so we can keep a record of what is happening out there.
Well, it was nice to chat with him, and I think he felt comfortable because at least he had his media liaison with him. So, good to remind the exco of media protocol. But Nadier, great chatting with him and enjoying the festivities, and that was fantastic. So, also nice to see the exco on the side of the field there and finding out more about things like the Relations Committee and the Transformation Committee and the Development Committee. How many committees have you got?
10.
10 committees to run Western Province Rugby. How many on the exco?
Each subcommittee has executive member as a chairperson.
Right. And that chairperson sits on the exco, which is the executive committee of Western Province Rugby.
Yeah, but they're not. We first select the executive committee, and from there the president. It's his prerogative to appoint people in various portfolios.
All right. Right, let's quickly take a look at the I Love Western Province Club Rugby campaign. Folks, this is what many of you should be aiming for. Right, Morgan and myself have been trying to pay attention to this campaign in our personal capacity and see who's going up and who's going down. I Love Western Province Club Rugby. Let's take a look at the rankings in a sec. Top of the pile on 1,460 points. Retreat on 1,087. Scottsdene 492. Union Mill 472. Whistling Wheels 393. Remember last week there was a competition and you had to vote. The picture of the week was photo number 1, and the winner was Lester Naidu, who wins that airtime courtesy of Vodacom. Congratulations, Lester. You win for yourself some Vodacom airtime courtesy of the I Love Western Province Club Rugby campaign, brought to you by Vodacom. Now, folks, many of you will be looking at that campaign thinking, how do I get involved? All right, so it's very easy. If you want to help your club get points, and the more points you get, the quicker you get those prizes, whether it be the water bottles, the rain jackets, the tog bags, or even a set of rugby jerseys, sublimated rugby jerseys. One of the easiest ways to do it is to SMS your club's name as a fan to 32715. All right, go to the I Love Western Province Club Rugby website and go and check that out, and you'll find out more about how the campaign works, and you'll also see it. But one of the easiest ways to do it is the M-Pesa system, all right? M-Pesa is the easiest way to earn as many points as you can. If you sign up for M-Pesa, all right, you immediately get 20 points for your club, all right? Now, if the club member signs up for M-Pesa, not only are you going to earn points for your club, but you're also going to receive some fantastic services as part of the M-Pesa structure. Now, the structure really means that you can deposit cash and you can withdraw cash from any approved M-Pesa outlet. All right, so those M-Pesa outlets are out there, and you can then send money via your mobile phone to any customer in South Africa, and you can exchange that for e-money on your phone and then change that for cash. So that's really what M-Pesa is all about. You can store your M-Pesa in your registered Vodacom M-Pesa electronic wallet. That again is on your phone, so you got it's like money in the bank on your phone as part of the M-Pesa campaign. And then of course you can buy Vodacom prepaid airtime from your M-Pesa account using your mobile phone. So really, as part of the M-Pesa program, it's all happening on your phone now. It's basically mobile banking. So you want to earn 20 points off the bat very quick. It's just register for M-Pesa And imagine that if only 5 of you register, that's 100 points. All right, 100 points off the bat straight away just by 5 people registering for M-Pesa. That's 100 points for your club, and you're in the mix. All right, so it's very easy. And remember, you can interact on the social media space with the I Love WP Club Rugby campaign. You can also go check out the website. So lots of very exciting stuff happening in that campaign there, and a very quick way for you to win prizes. And you can send in pictures through MMS. Go to the website and find out how to MMS, and you'll be able to do it. But of course, this week, one of our favorite fan picks of the week that came in over the week was a photograph taken at Elsies Rivier. Pay close attention, folks, because this is the kind of photograph that might win you a great prize on the Cape Rugby TV show. And you know, heavens above, we give the best prizes. This was our fan pick of the week, sent in by an anonymous user. Right. Now, let's just breathe on that for a little bit before we go anywhere. All right. There's a certain gentleman there who clearly is doing his gangster look and wants me to marry him. Now, right. Mr. H, what exactly was going on here? I mean, did you make that poster yourself?
No, I just want to say to you, the wheel turns.
Alice Michaels, Alice and Sharon out at Elsies did the picture, and I told Mr. H, there were so many posters there, and I said, come, you've got to hold one of the photographs so I can take a picture of you with holding a poster. And he didn't know which poster I gave him, so I sneaked him the JP Marry Me poster. But Morgs, you would have held that poster up, huh?
I sense a mean comeback here from Mr. H. So next week when you don't know what's going on the show, beware.
Just beware, the guy who holds the microphone holds the power. All right. Okay. Now, one of course, the reasons why we had to go out to Elsies, Jerome Morgs, as you guys know, is that we've had this apparent skaap at Elsies for a long time. They've been telling us daar's 'n skaap daar. Jerome, het jy dit ooit geglo wat dat jy gedink dit was eintlik waar?
Ek het al gesien hulle het potjie kos aan, maar ek het nog nie 'n skaap gesien.
Daar was gefotoshopt daar, né?
Ek het nog nooit
couldn't believe it, huh? Morgs, would you have believed it?
No, Judge, for a long time I thought it was a rumor.
Rumor,
but yeah, I mean, I'm waiting patiently to see what you have in store for us.
Right. Okay, let's take a look at the fan footage. Does the skaap exist? Let's see. After all these years, they've finally proven to me that there is eintlik 'n skaap hier so by Elsies. I can't believe it. This is Anson and April. Anson, what exactly have you got going here today?
We've got an 18 kg lamb here, and this is just the beginner. We still gotta do the marinade and stuff, and then we'll have the taste, the proper taste.
It looks fantastic. Finally, we proved that the spit braai actually, because I wasn't so sure. First we had to open this lid, but they say you're not allowed to open it, you know. But if we didn't open it, I knew we were probably then going to have to carry on for another year about there was no skaap burner any block. Hang on, I've got to taste this. I've got to taste this little world class. World class. Yes, it's a sheep. Okay, I didn't hear it.
It's a lamb.
I mean, well, okay, it's a small sheep. Finally, we find out that this skaap is actually here at Elsies. Just have a look here now, Mr. H's culinary skills, as if he's master chef. Are you happy with that?
Superb.
Your thoughts? Flavor, texture?
Yeah, the last time I ate like this, meat like this, was at the Mount Nelson.
Mount Nelson.
Yeah.
Ah.
Beautiful.
All right, our next master chef judge, Herman Abrams. There you go, folks. The skaap actually exists. Who would have believed it? Leisure Hotels is one of our keen sponsors here on the Cape Rugby TV show. If you want to win for yourself a night's accommodation, bed and breakfast, SMS the word leisure right now to 33280. Last week's winner, congratulations to Sandra Marais. She wins for herself a night's accommodation, bed and breakfast at Leisure Hotels. Let's take a look now at our fixtures over the weekend. It's Kales River up against Goodwood. Hands and Hearts take on Brackenfell. These are in Super League B. Premier League A, it's UWC Scottsdene, Hamlet's Kraaifontein, Elsies and St. George's. Macassar take on Laguna, Franschhoek take on Elsies, at least Esterreef, Strand and Rocklands. Our feature match this week is Busy Bees and Northerns. That's where Cape Rugby TV is going to be, at the Langa Stadium, where Busy Bees take on Northerns. While in Division 2, it's Carlamore and Gardens Tech. Titans take on Bishop Lavis. Richmond Raisins take on Delft. Congratulations in our colour tone competition to Busy Bees. Busy Bees, the team we're going to watch this week at Langa, wins for them the colour tone, White Line Fever hamper. Congratulations to Busy Bees. A colour tone hamper is on its way to you. Right, one of those features we've been running during the course of the year was the Super Brew campaign. Who was going to win the Super Brew? Who was going to come out on the top of the pile and win a Signed Stormers jersey? It was W. Vilka. Congratulations. We're going to have to track you down and get you your Signed Stormers jersey. Folks, look out for this season's next Super Brew campaign. Congratulations to W. Vilka. You are in the mix, and not in the mix. You have won for yourself that jersey. Now, our next campaign starts now. It's the Curry Cup campaign on Super Brew. Some great prizes up for grabs. We will notify you on Facebook. We will notify you on Twitter. We want you to tell your friends and join the pool. So if you're out there, join the Cape Rugby Curry Cup pool. We will notify you on Facebook. If you're out there, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV, and just tell us, or at least find us on the Super Brew pool page and come and join us. Mr. H, going to be an exciting match at Busy Bees.
Yes, Busy Bees, again, one person, there's a lot of work. Alfred works hard in the community there. He's got juniors, he's got women's teams, he's got everything.
Yeah.
So it would be great to go out there.
Jerome, 500 women out at City Park tomorrow, another festive occasion. That's what we want to see. I mean, you're head of talent identification at Western Province Rugby. You want to see that kind of talent coming through as well.
Yeah, JP, it's good to hear that they all playing and they up and running, and it's good, and hopefully there will be some more girls joining them.
And they, absolutely, and they, of course, playing for the passion, playing for it. I mean, that comes back to the basics. Morgs, good luck with the guns. We see if we can get those guns of yours licensed.
Yeah, thanks, James.
And we'll, of course, see you next week. Right, folks, there you have it. Go and check out Super Brew. Look for the Cape Rugby TV pool, all right? Of course, you need to do this all before the Curry Cup starts over the weekend. The Sharks take on the Western Province at Newlands on Saturday. We're out at Cape Rugby TV. Team is at Langa. Busy Bees up against Northern. See you there. Morgan, Jerome, Mr. H, thank you very much. That's a wrap, folks. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay warm, and best of luck tomorrow, and enjoy Women's Day.